All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So the Las Vegas Raiders, guys, I'm loving what I'm hearing right now. So we are in the draft combine right now at the time of this recording. We have free agency beginning about less than 2 weeks away, actually, and we have the NFL draft less than 2 months away. And what we do know is the Las Vegas Raiders made it very clear once the offseason officially began that they wanted to bolster up the quarterback room. And they go out there and they hire Tom Telesco as their brand new GM. This dude knows exactly what he is doing. They, fully hire Antonio Pierce. They hire Luke Getsy as the offensive coordinator. And they have a really competent roster. This is a really solid under the radar defense. The stats back it up. The eye test backs it up. I still have Devontae Adams. We're going to talk about Josh Jacobs a little bit later on in the video, but 71% of Raiders fans think Josh Jacobs will return to the Las Vegas Raiders. You got the 13th pick in the draft. You've got a bunch of cap space. And, it would not surprise me if they trade up. So we're going to get into some quotes here that we've been hearing from the Raiders organization, Tom Telesco and Antonio Pierce, because it's just kind of been speculated, more so rumors that the Raiders could possibly trade up for pick number 2, pick number 3, pick number 6, pick number 7. And now we're really hearing Antonio Pierce specifically say, like, yeah, man, we're going big. Like, go big or go home, right? So before we get into tonight's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content along with daily Raiders videos. Raiders fans, if we could try and get this video to 150 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So here are some quotes, all right? Pierce told reporters Wednesday that he is a quote-unquote go-getter who is aggressive by nature when asked if he wants to trade up for a quarterback. So yes, Pierce definitely wants to make a big-time splash to find his franchise quarterback, and so the trade-up is on watch. Pierce made it clear this week that he does not want a short-term answer at quarterback. He's ready to be set at the position for the long haul. And this has me licking my chops here because, 1 year ago, the Las Vegas Raiders had the 7th pick in the draft, and it's weird because at this time, actually last year, it was like, saying Anthony Richardson at pick number 7, that was like blasphemous. So it's like, you take Anthony Richardson at pick number 7, like you need to go watch some tape. You need to go study some film. That dude's going to be a bust. He's going to be a second rounder. And he ended up going well before pick number 7. And, the Raiders weren't able to draft him. They draft Tyree Wilson. And, I just want to say real quick, even though it was a different regime, last year's Raiders draft class, Aiden O'Connell, Tyree Wilson, Trey Tucker, Michael Mayer, Jacorian Bennett, a lot of these players, it wasn't anything like flashy, right? But it still was a very good draft pick or good draft process, all right? This year is different because you have Tom Telesco, and Tom Telesco drafted Justin Herbert. He drafted Bosa. He was the GM. He was with the Chargers for 10 years, and he knows what he's doing. And I just, obviously Antonio Pierce isn't going to be the guy who, makes the trade and, makes the phone call saying, yeah, we'll do that trade, calls New England at pick number 3, blah, blah, blah. But here's what I'm trying to get at. The Raiders organization right now, ever since Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler have been, ran out of town, they feel aggressive. And that's exactly what I want the Raiders to do, specifically at the quarterback position. As we always know, like, if you have your guy, you got to trade up and get him. Now, I don't really personally see a world where Chicago does not draft Caleb Williams. So this is where things get interesting. Depending on what mock draft, depending on which big board rank, website, whatever you article, video, whatever you consume, everything's a little bit different. I personally think Jayden Daniels is the second best quarterback in this year's class, and I think the Washington Commanders should draft him at pick number 2. But something inside of my gut is telling me that they're going to go with Drake May out of North Carolina. Now, what's interesting is the first 3 picks in this year's class, if Chicago keeps it, will probably be 3 straight quarterbacks. It'll probably be some type of mix of, Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels, Drake May. Commanders are taking a quarterback. Bears are taking a quarterback. New England's saying that they're going to draft the QB, and then they're going to sign a veteran QB and then trade Mac Jones. So trading up for pick in 2 or 3 is going to be difficult. You're going to have to give up an arm and a leg to acquire your hopeful franchise QB. I've seen a lot of mocks where Las Vegas trades up for pick number 3 and takes Jayden Daniels at pick number 3. The issue I have is they better like Drake May if they're going to trade for pick number 3. Maybe Washington would be down to trade back. But once again, arm and a leg. We know that Jayden Daniels and Antonio Pierce have a connection, right? Antonio Pierce recruited Jayden Daniels to go to Arizona State University. Here's what Jayden Daniels had to say at the Combine this week. It was great, obviously, going in there. I already knew Coach Antonio Pierce, obviously, meeting the whole staff and meeting everybody. It was a great energy being able to sit down and talk ball. There's just something inside my gut that's telling me Jayden Daniels will be a Las Vegas Raider. Now, what I will say is this. We're getting back to the mock drafts, big boards. There are a lot of mocks and there are a lot of boards that have Jayden Daniels going in between pick number 6 and pick number 11. I was just reading a big board from PFF.com, actually, that had Jayden Daniels going pick number 11. You can trade 2 picks. If Jayden Daniels falls outside of the top 5, folks, he will be a Las Vegas Raider. That's what I have to say there. Now, irregardless, let's say they miss out on Caleb. Let's say they miss out on Drake. Let's say they miss out on Jayden. JJ's getting a lot of hype. He's getting a lot of praise right now. I like JJ McCarthy. He is not my favorite quarterback that the Raiders could select. I would actually rather go with a Michael Penix, or you could even, wait till the second round, maybe trade up for, an early second round pick and go after Bo Nix. I do love Spencer Rattler. I think he's a really talented QB, and I wouldn't love it. This would be my least favorite is if they draft Spencer Rattler, let's say in the second or third round, and you go into next season with, Aiden O'Connell and Spencer Rattler battling it out in camp. I'm not a huge fan of that. I want them to be aggressive. But the good news is, once again, if Jayden Daniels falls, I think they'll trade up, easily select him. But you could be looking at your next year quarterback for the Raiders, JJ McCarthy or Michael Penix. So I'm curious to hear what my Raiders fans watching this video have to say about that. The 71% with Josh Jacobs, 71% of Raiders fans think Josh Jacobs will be back with the Raiders. Tom Telesco has already come out and said that he wants a committee by approach, or approach by committee. That doesn't make me think Josh will be back. It all depends on what the Raiders offer him and if he thinks that stands. I am kind of 50-50 on it, I guess, because I don't think, you got Derrick Henry, you got Saquon Barkley, you got Eckler out there, you got DeAndre Swift. There's a lot of running backs hitting the open market this year. I do love Zamir White. I think Zamir White really showed a lot of flashes at the end of the season. But with that being said, I'm curious what Josh Jacobs' actual market is. Maybe 3 years, $30 million, and I'd pay him that. You know what? Having like a QB like Jayden Daniels, or even if it was Penix and JJ McCarthy, having a star running back would go a very long way for a rookie QB. Even Aiden O'Connell, all right? And I still got Devontae Adams, still got Jacoby Myers. And I just think this Raiders team is ready to make moves. They're ready to make big-time splashes, and they had a solid year last year. They had a really solid second half, all things considered, and I'm just excited. So let me know what you guys think the Raiders are going to do at the QB position. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hit that like button.